Hey friends! So I am being called to share in this video, or it's actually going to be a video series, a personal practice of mine that my soul team is saying it's time to live it out loud and share it around so that other people might benefit from this. So I'm going to kind of explain what it is and invite you to join me. I'm going to make videos for the next 30 days to see what we can build and what we can bring to this. And I would love for you guys to share in your comments and DMs and whatever it is that, however other way you want to share, how it worked for you. So the practice is called, What Does Love Look Like Today? And I learned this when I was in doula training. I had a wonderful midwife named Geneva who said something that really stuck with me, and I have used it both in my doula practice and in just regular life, and I've seen some really cool and really amazing things happen with this, so that's why I want to share. So when we were in training, we talked about how especially in the postpartum period, and when families are really making this big new adjustment, and as a care professional coming in, and this is not just for doulas, this is for anybody who's caring for anybody, which is all of us, right? That not everybody is, used to being cared for. Sometimes you'll come in and they've got a list, like, this is what I need, this is, but not everybody's really comfortable with making that assessment of like, okay, what are my needs? And I'm going to pass this off to somebody else. Not everybody's comfortable with that. And so what you do in those moments, when you come into a place and you're just there to care, just to be the support, right? And they don't have a list for you and they don't really know what they need. The question that you ask yourself is, what does love look like? What does love look like in this moment? And so I started doing it there as a care professional practice, and then I transferred it into my real life, right? Into just regular everyday life. So when those low vibration energies come in, so anxiety and fear and depression and frustration and all of these things that can kind of get you caught up, you can stop and say, what does love look like in this moment? How can I handle this in a way that divine love is showing through? And when you do that, some amazing things happen, right? Like you start to see, you have this mindset where you start to see every change in your schedule, every frustration, every conflict as an opportunity to say, what does divine love look like right now? How can I handle that in a way that honors the loving soul that I actually am, right? So this can take form in lots of ways, right? So you're stuck in traffic, you're irritated, you're like, I need to get to where I'm going. Low vibration, okay? You're emitting that for a good 4 feet around you, if not more, right? This electromagnetic being that you are emits a field, okay? So if your field is frustration, anxiety, that's what you're carrying, and that's what you are distributing amongst the people. So when you get to where you're going, that's the field that you're in. But if you stop and you say, okay, I'm stuck in traffic, I don't want to be here, this is not my plan for today, that's okay. That's okay. What does love look like for me? What love looks like in that moment is I'm going to find a real good song on the radio station and crank it up and be jamming, okay? So get that frequency of, hey, this wasn't what I planned, and that's okay. Let's say you've got a schedule for the day. This is what your schedule looks like, and this is what actually ends up happening, right? Like you're not in the places you had planned to be. Stop and think. How is this leading me to a lesson, a blessing, or an opportunity? Either for me or for somebody else, right? If the universe is guiding me to a different place, a different time, different whatever than what my ego mind had on the books for the day, there's a reason for that, y'all. There's a reason for that. And if you stop real quick instead of just immediately letting the mind take over and say, oh no, this is going to cause this and this is going to cause. If you just stop and say, okay, there's a lesson, a blessing, or an opportunity here. Let me find it. And maybe you don't realize it until later. Maybe you don't realize it until that night or the next day or whatever it is. It might make sense at some other time, but it's there. I promise. Okay? So this is the practice. This is what we're doing. If you want to know the mechanics, right? If you're like, Tanya, I can't just put on some rose-colored glasses and be talking about love all day. Okay? I get it. So the technical practice, okay, is anytime you're in that low vibration, maybe the kids are getting on your last nerve. Like I said, maybe your day is not going the way you thought it would. Take a moment, take a pause, okay, and breathe into right here. All right, this is your throne of God, your Azare. This is your direct connection point to source, okay? And then you're going to breathe it out through that heart chakra. Okay, so when I say breathe it in and breathe it out, this is an intention, right? You're still breathing through your mouth and your nose. But this is the intention, is my energy, my air energy is going to come here, and then it's going to come out through here. And if you don't know, that's how you direct your energy, is with breath. Okay, breath and intention. All right, so when that thing happens, breathe into this God space right here. Breathe out of your heart. And you say, what does love look like right now? And wait for the answer, because it'll come. You will come up with something, okay? And it's not really just you. It's your whole soul team helping you out, because that's why you breathe in through here, okay? That's your intention of, I'm connecting to my God self right now. It's not me, it's all of me, right? My whole God self. I need to breathe into here and ask, what does love look like? Because I'm about to not be loving, okay? What does love look like? Breathe it out through your heart and then wait. Okay, and if you need to do 2-3 breaths, that's fine. All right, but the intention is, when I'm in the low vibration, how can I bring it back to love? Every time, okay? This is muscle, this is a reflex. This is something that, once you set the mindset, you set the intention, you just practice it over and over, and it's easy, y'all. You don't have to do anything as far as like adding time into your day, or I need to say a special prayer, I need to meditate, or what. No, you just need to breathe and ask, what does love look like? So I'm going to check in later today and tell you what love looked like for me, what opportunities, lessons, and blessings came my way, or that I noticed for others, because I was in the right place at the right time, because I'm always in the right place at the right time. All of us are, right? Universe puts you where you need to be. So I'm going to check back in with you, and I would love it if you guys would check back in with me and let me know how this practice goes in your life. Much love to you all. I will see you soon.